All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick Delphi case and the Idaho 4 case. I believe there is a connection uh, somewhere in there, whether being that maybe Kohlberger had family in Indiana or something, or people in Indiana that he knew. Somewhere there's a connection because it's the same FBI guy that we seen from Delphi. We've also seen him in the Idaho 4 case. So could it be that the same FBI guy is running both cases? Possible. He might have been assigned both cases, or like we have a hunch out here, there's a connection somewhere there. Now, if it is true, what we've been hearing on YouTube about Brian Kohlberger had a weapon, a pistol, actually the same caliber as what's in the Delphi case. Uh, I don't know if that's true or not. If it is, that's a shocker. And a knife, well, that was also supposedly used in the Delphi case, which we're seeing in the Idaho 4 case, that a knife was supposedly used or whatever. So I don't know. I was watching a YouTuber this morning and they were talking about the golf clubs. Uh, could they have used their own golf clubs to beat Ethan with his own golf clubs? I don't know. Some of these golfers, this whole golf thing, right? A lot of people take this golf thing serious. I mean, there's some serious golfers out there. I mean, which them themselves are like their own little group, right? So maybe it's very possible. That's why they kept the like Drip Drop was saying. That's why they kept the golf clubs uh, as evidence. Maybe, right? Of course, we're not hearing anything, and they're making all kinds of accusations. And like I said, Drip Drop Crime Circus or whatever his name is, his channel was saying he thinks that the authorities are playing with people. Well, it's an ongoing case, so they're going to say and do whatever they want. Uh, to monkey with the public or whatever, or maybe even the killer that's watching. This whole thing out there with this college, maybe they're right. Maybe they're trying to keep it hush hush because they don't want people to withdraw from that college. Good morning, Rick. It's very shocking that a college you would think wouldn't be like that, right? But it is possible. And it is possible that they took Ethan's golf clubs and beat him with his own golf clubs. Possible. They're saying he had a fight with one of his frat brothers. Maybe. We really don't know because we weren't there. And really, folks, on this channel, they're all suspects. All the food truck guys, all the people that were in the food truck or around the food truck, the boyfriends, they are literally still suspects in the case. Both Jacks, Jack Decor and Jack Whitaker, whatever his name is, all suspects still. DoorDash guy, suspects. And the police, they can come out and say everybody is cleared because they want these people probably to think they're clear so they can investigate them without thinking that they're being watched, right? So I would say, yeah. And no one put the pieces together that it's the same FBI guy from Delphi is Cowboy. I believe that's my opinion. Uh, the guy that got out of the minivan at Idaho 4 house is actually Delphi, Indiana uh, FBI superintendent or whatever in charge of all the stuff. So there might be a connection there. And if it is, then I guess we're living in a country um, where these secret society groups or whatever they call them, organizations, white power or whatever, is has gone completely cuckoo, crazy. Um, and that's why they're all suspects until the case is closed. And it might be a giant ring, what we're looking at, fueled by, in the Delphi case, they were saying Keegan Kline was into music uh, and was seen on stage at concerts, running security. Some people say he was supplying drugs to the music business or whatever. So is it capable? Is it possible that it was some kind of a big ring of plus Keegan Kline uh, was communicating with the girls that day and trying to get nude photos of them, and they were young girls. So there could be a connection there. Like I said, we all know that anything is possible, really. Anything is possible. We're on the alert around here. These people, they don't, you got the Delphi case, Anthony Greeno, everybody's going crazy about him and all his friends and YouTubers or whatever, um, which supposedly he's connected to someone else. And so I think we're on the right track. I think the authorities are on the right track, and the FBI and the government with this. And it's everything they said. They've come out. They've said it's folks. Everything is corrupt, and there's evil in everything. Music, movies, you name it. Right? Even going to work each day, the company that you're working for very well possibly could be corrupt in some way. Um, Everything's corrupt, right? Heck, they'll sell your social security number and all your information, and you think that it's a government ran business or whatever, and it just wouldn't happen, but it does happen. And everybody, money, the root of all evil, some say, possibly. Who knows? Um, but is there a connection there? If this is what we're going by, the Idaho 4 case, Brian Koberger was on Reddit and other social media things doing experiments and wanting people to contact him that have committed murders or killed somebody or something. Um, you know what? Richard Allen might have been one of them people that answered the ads. One of these YouTubers out there down there in Delphi might have answered the ad. You know, maybe, possibly. We're not sure. And no one has any evidence that that is on YouTube that we can say is real. And we won't know the truth because the police and everyone else will tell you whatever they want until it goes into court. Once it goes into court and that gavel slams down onto the judge's desk, court is in session. that's when you got to tell the truth. And that's probably what they're doing. They'll tell you it was Ronald McDonald, right? They'll tell you whatever you want to hear until it goes into court. And then they'll produce all the evidence. And it very well might be some kind of a sick pedo gang uh, club, whatever they want to call it, drug fueled. Well, I don't know. No, nobody really knows. But is it possible? Oh, yes. Odins, the Illuminati. Now the Illuminati's or the Freemasons supposedly are covering for the Odins and all this stuff. Folks, this is madness. This is the kind of stuff that gets uh, countries completely wiped off the face of the map, right? This is the kind of stuff that the Lord comes in and says, we're going to clean America again. It's just madness, complete madness. And I can't deal with it too much because I got a disability myself. You know, I watch too much of this stuff, and next thing you know, I'm all over the place. Right? So, are these things possible that Drip Drop is talking about with the golf clubs and the Idaho 4 case? Yes, it's very possible. They beat everybody with a golf club. For all we know, um, one of the girls or Ethan might have bought a knife off of Brian Kohlberger. I doubt it, but it's possible. And they died a different way, or maybe someone did go in there and kill him with the knives or whatever. I don't know. I know they got Brian Kohlberger. His DNA was on the knife sheet. All the data shows that he was in that area. And could he have done this by himself? Yes. Yeah, he could have done it by himself. I imagine he might have had help somewhere. The two roommates that were actually, as people were screaming for their lives and madness was going on, they were texting, right? They were texting each other or whatever. And yeah, something fishy in that Idaho 4 case or whatever. Supposedly one of the girls' mothers or whatever that survived was actually a drug dealer or whatever. Was it drugs fueled by drugs or sex, jealousy? It might have been, right? They're all suspects in the Idaho 4 case. They all are. And here's what the police need to start doing, but they shouldn't, right? It's the same thing in Delphi. The police never actually came out and said this individual's name is Claire of the Delphi case. They just said these people that you folks think uh, had a hand in this um, have been cleared. Well, what people? What people are you talking? They're all suspects. How can they all be cleared? You know, it's just crazy. So, is there a connection there? Probably. And I would send our boys out there, see if there's any kind of connection. The data will show that. And maybe one of these idiots out here in Idaho, heck, Brian Kohlberger could have knew some of these people out here in Indiana, down south in Delphi, family or through church or whatever. So he's Brian Kohlberger is still innocent until he's proven guilty. But from what they say they have on him, he's pretty. Here's the thing: is you got to butter up Kohlberger. If there's no way around it, and the police have all the information and data and evidence, and they go to Kohlberger and say, "Here it is, man. You're going away, death penalty, whatever." You know, If they know he is one of the people, then they should start buttering them up and say, okay, well, who have you been talking to? And was there any help? You don't want to go down this, you know, road by yourself. Give us who helped you, and we'll maybe take the death penalty off of the table, whatever it may be. And he might open up, and we might find that maybe some of these idiots out here uh, were communicating with Brian Koberger in his Reddit um, post that he was asking for people to contact him that had killed or uh, done crazy stuff like that. An experiment. It was like a theory thing or whatever he was doing. So it's very possible. As you can see outside, we got rain today, raining like crazy. Well, not yet. It drizzled a little bit, but this afternoon we got rain coming. And then tomorrow it's supposed to be nice and sunny and 60 degrees, 60 something degrees, almost 70 degrees tomorrow, I think. And then we're back to rain for the weekend. So, but yeah, very interesting. Two cases. Why is the same guy on both cases? I don't know. To me, it looks like the FBI guy in Delphi is Cowboy in the Idaho 4 case. So a lot of people didn't put that connection together. Is it him? Is it not him? Yeah, maybe. I think it is him. And for him to come from all the way from Indiana to Delphi, somewhere in there, the MOs must have matched what what happened in Idaho 4, and that's why they're out there questioning of what's going on. I would imagine so, right? We don't know. There might be a connection with Brian Kohlberger. I'm not saying it's permanent, that's the thing, but maybe. Very possible. Very, very possible. All right, so that's my take on the Idaho 4 Delphi thing right now. Um, very screwed up cases. And I do think the police and government are playing with some of these big dog crime channels, YouTube crime community or whatever, um, deliberately, probably. Right. All right, you folks have a great day. God bless. Lord, thanks for another day. Forgive us for our sins. Thank you for our daily bread and protect us from the evil one. In Jesus' name. Amen. Another day down. All right, folks, have a great day. I'm going to finish my coffee and get my day going. Have a great day.